Recorded Books presents an unabridged recording of An Unkindness of Ravens by Ruth Rendell, narrated by Davina Porter. This book is copyrighted 1985 by King's Markham Enterprises Limited, and is recorded by permission of Sterling Lord Literaristic, Inc. This performance is copyrighted 1990 by Recorded Books, Incorporated. Chief Inspector Reg Wexford lives with his wife Dora in King's Markham, Sussex. He's been a very successful detective over the years. All of his neighbours know of his reputation, including Joy Williams, who one day comes to Dora with a problem. And now, An Unkindness of Ravens.
Chapter 1. She was a neighbour. She was an acquaintance of Dora's, and they spoke if they met in the street. Only this time there had been more to it than passing the time of day. "I said I'd tell you," Dora said. "I said I'd mention it. She had that strange look she sometimes has, and to tell you the truth, I was awfully embarrassed." "What did she say?" Wexford asked. "Rod's missing, or Rod's disappeared, something like that. And then she asked me if I'd tell you, because of who you are, of course." Detective chief inspectors have better things to do with their time than waste it listening to the complaints of women whose husbands have run off with other women. Wexford hadn't been in the house 5 minutes before he decided that was what had happened. But she was a neighbour. She lived in the next street to his. He ought to be glad, really, he thought, that it hadn't the makings of a case for him to investigate. His house, and this one, had been built at the same time, in the mid-1930s, when King's Markham was growing out of being a village. And structurally they were much the same house: 3 bedrooms, 2 receptions, kitchen, bathroom, and downstairs loo. But his was a home, comfortable and full of lovingly collected things, and this was, what? A shelter to keep the rain off? A place where people could eat, sleep, and watch television. Joy Williams took him into the front room that she called the lounge. There were no books. The carpet was a square surrounded by mustard-yellow vinyl tiles, and the furniture a 3-piece suite covered in grainy, mustard-coloured synthetic leather. The 1935 fireplace, which in his house had been replaced by one of York stone, accommodated an electric fire of complicated design, part Regency, part medieval, and with a portcullis effect at the front. Above it hung a mirror framed in segments of green and yellow frost.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?